Hello, and welcome back to Today English Podcast. My name is Laura, and I'm here to guide you on your journey to clear, confident, and natural English. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a lesson. Your support truly helps this channel grow. All right, take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin today's session. Have you ever felt this quiet moment inside your heart when you sit at your desk at work and you wonder, am I really improving? Maybe you look at other people in your office, or in your factory, or in your shop, and they seem faster, smarter, more confident, and you think, how do they do it? What is their secret? Today, we begin a very simple and very warm journey. A journey that helps you improve your work skills through slow, natural English listening. This is not just English practice. This is life practice. This is your space, your time, your story. Imagine this. You wake up early in the morning. The sky is still soft and a little blue. You make tea or coffee. You sit quietly for a moment before the day begins. And in that small quiet moment, you feel something inside you. A wish, a hope, a small voice telling you, I want to grow. I want to speak better. I want to work better. I want to understand the world a little more. And that is where our story begins. You are not just here to learn English. You are here to become a stronger you, a calmer you, a more confident you, a version of yourself who can speak at work without fear. A version of yourself who listens better, understands better, and works smarter. And today, we start this journey slowly, simply, step by step, with very easy English, so you can follow every word, every idea, every feeling. Now imagine you are entering your workplace. It can be any place, an office, a shop, a school, a small business, or even your own home where you work online. You walk in and you notice something. Today feels different. Today, you have a plan. You are not just working. You are learning. You are growing. And this feeling slowly fills your chest with a warm energy, like sunlight touching your heart. But then reality comes. Work starts. People move fast. Someone asks you something quickly. You try to reply, but maybe your English feels a little slow. Maybe your mind stops for 1 second. Maybe you feel a little nervous. And you think, how can I improve? How can I become better? And that is exactly what today's long, beautiful story will help you discover. You see, improving your work skills does not begin with big things. It begins with very small things. It begins with your mind, your attention, your voice, your listening. It begins with understanding yourself first. So let me tell you a small story, a story of a person like you. There was a young worker named Ian. He was not the best worker in his company. He was not the fastest. He was not the most confident. His English was okay, but not strong. Sometimes he made mistakes. Sometimes he felt shy. Sometimes he felt embarrassed when he tried to speak and people asked him to repeat his words. But he had something important. He had a wish. He wanted to improve. One morning, Ian arrived at work before everyone else. The office was quiet. Only the air conditioner made a soft sound. Ian sat at his desk and whispered to himself today. I will listen. Today, I will learn. Today, I will understand more. And with this small promise to himself, he suddenly felt something change. Not outside. Inside. That is the secret. Improvement always begins inside, in the heart, in the mind, in the quiet moments. Let me repeat that for you slowly. Improvement always begins inside, in the heart, in the mind, in the quiet moments. As you hear this, I want you to take a deep breath, slow, easy, and let your shoulders relax. Because today, you and I are going to walk together through a journey that will help you speak better, understand better, and work better, all with simple English. Now, let's continue our story. Ian began to notice something. His colleagues, the people he worked with, had different skills. Some were good at writing emails. Some were good at talking to customers. Some were good at solving problems. And some were simply good at staying calm under pressure. Ian watched them as if he was watching a quiet movie, not to compare himself, but to learn. Because learning from people around you is one of the easiest and strongest ways to grow. One afternoon, Ian sat with an older colleague named Rafiq. Rafiq was very calm, very polite, very clear in his English. When he spoke, people listened. When he explained something, people understood. So Ian asked him, "How do you speak so clearly at work? How do you stay calm?" And Rafiq smiled. He told him something very simple. He said, "I speak slowly. I breathe. I listen first. If you listen well, you understand well. And if you understand well, you speak well." That one small sentence changed Ian's life. And maybe it will change yours too. Listen well, understand well, speak well. This is the foundation of improving your work skills, not just English speaking, but every skill. Let me tell you something important. Many people think speaking is the #1 skill. But actually, listening is the #1 skill. Listening gives you clarity. Listening gives you ideas. Listening gives you confidence. And listening helps you move softly through your workday without fear, without confusion. So today, as you listen to this long storytelling lesson, you're already improving your work skills. Because you are training the most important skill, listening with attention. Now imagine the next part of our story. Ian begins to change. Not quickly. Slowly. Step by step. At work, when someone talks to him, he listens carefully. He does not try to think too fast. He does not try to speak before understanding. Instead, he takes a tiny pause, just a small breath, and then he answers, slowly and clearly. And to his surprise, people start understanding him better. He feels more calm. He feels more confident. He feels more in control. And do you know why? Because he stopped rushing. My friend, sometimes the biggest improvement in life comes when we slow down. When we speak slowly. When we think slowly. When we breathe slowly. When we give our mind space. This is how you grow at work. Not by rushing. Not by forcing. But by becoming calm and clear inside. Now let me talk directly to you. Wherever you work, whatever job you do, you can improve your work skills by changing small things. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need perfect English. You don't need special talent. You only need attention. You only need small habits. And in this long story, we will slowly build those habits together. But before we move to the next section, let me bring you back into the story. Imagine the end of the day. Imagine you are leaving your workplace. Your mind is a little tired, your body a little heavy, but your heart is warm. Because today you listened. You understood. You spoke a little better. You worked a little better. And even if nobody noticed it, you noticed it. Improvement is not for others to see. Improvement is for you to feel. Ian felt this too. At the end of the day, he walked home slowly, with a small, gentle smile on his face. He didn't need anyone to praise him. He didn't need anyone to say, "Good job." He already knew he was getting better. And that was enough. And as he walked under the soft evening sky, he whispered the same words again, words that now belong to you too. When you wake up tomorrow morning, imagine opening your eyes and feeling a small energy inside you. Not a big energy. Not a loud one. Just a tiny spark. A tiny thought that says, "Today, I will do one small thing better than yesterday." That is the beginning of building habits. Small, soft, daily habits that change your work skills slowly, naturally, and clearly. Let me tell you a story about Ian again. After he learned to listen carefully, he noticed something very interesting. Every day at work, there were small tasks that everyone ignored. small tasks that seemed too easy or too boring. Ian decided to focus on those. He began doing them carefully, slowly, with attention. He checked his emails twice, wrote notes carefully, organized his desk, cleaned his workspace, and spoke politely to everyone. He smiled softly. He listened to every word his colleagues said. And slowly, people began noticing him. Not because he shouted, not because he tried too hard, but because he started doing small things consistently. And small consistent things are very powerful. They are like drops of water falling on a stone. One drop is small. 10 drops are small. But 1,000 drops make a whole. 1,000 small actions make a big change. Think about this. What are the small actions you do every day at work? Writing emails? Talking to colleagues? Answering phone calls? Listening to instructions? Each small action is a chance to improve. Each small action is a chance to speak better English, to understand better, to feel confident. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Ian noticed another habit that helped him. He started to repeat words in English softly to himself while working. For example, when a colleague said, "Please send the report today," he repeated softly in his mind, "Please send the report today." Not loudly, just inside. This small habit helped him remember phrases, understand English better, and speak more confidently. You can do the same. You do not need to speak perfectly in front of everyone at first. You only need to practice softly in your mind. And later, your voice becomes strong, clear, and confident. Let's pause for a moment. I want you to imagine yourself at work. You receive an instruction. Maybe in English, maybe in your own language. Instead of panicking or trying to speak immediately, take a small pause. Repeat the words softly in your mind. Understand them carefully. Then speak slowly. This small pause will make a huge difference in your work. You will feel calm. You will feel smart. You will feel confident. Now, imagine another scene from Ian's life. One morning, Ian had to call a client. He was nervous. His hands were a little sweaty. His heart beat faster. But he remembered his habit. He listened carefully to the client. He repeated the words softly in his mind. He smiled softly. And he spoke slowly. Not perfectly. Not loudly. But clearly. And the client understood him. And the client smiled. And Ian felt a warm feeling inside. This is the power of small habits. And here is something very important. Many people think they need big changes. A new job. A new boss. A new office. A new course. But actually, the small habits you build every day matter more than big changes. Small habits are quiet. They're patient. They grow inside you slowly. And then one day you notice, you are a different person. You are stronger. You are smarter. You are calmer. You are confident. Let's talk about another habit, listening actively. Active listening means giving your full attention to what someone says. Not thinking about what to say next. Not looking at your phone. Not thinking about lunch. Just listening. Ian started doing this every day. When a colleague spoke, he looked at their eyes softly. He nodded softly. He repeated small words in his mind to understand better. And slowly, people started trusting him. They felt he understood them. And this made his work life easier, smoother, calmer. Imagine yourself tomorrow. You listen carefully. You do not interrupt. You do not worry. You only understand. And then, slowly, you respond. Your words come naturally. Your English comes naturally. And your work becomes smoother. Now, let's add another small but powerful habit, writing small notes. Ian began writing simple notes every day. Notes about tasks. Notes about instructions. Notes about small conversations in English. Every note was simple. Every note was short. But this habit helped him remember phrases. This habit helped him speak English more naturally. And slowly, He became confident at meetings. Slowly, he started speaking more clearly. Slowly, he started thinking in English while working. You see, writing is not just for students. Writing is a training tool for adults too. Writing helps your mind remember words. Writing helps your brain organize thoughts. Writing helps your English become smooth, natural, and ready to speak. And writing only takes a few minutes every day. That is the magic. Tiny actions, big results. And here is the next habit, asking questions gently. Ian noticed he often did not understand something. Maybe a task, maybe a client instruction. Before, he would feel embarrassed. He would stay quiet. But staying quiet does not help. Slowly, he learned to ask small, polite questions. Simple English, soft voice, calm smile. And every time he asked, he understood better. Every time he asked, he felt a little stronger. Every time he asked, he grew a little. Remember this. Asking questions is not weakness. It is strength. Asking small, clear questions helps you learn faster, helps you work better, helps your English grow naturally. And it is okay to make small mistakes while asking. Mistakes are part of learning. Mistakes are normal. Every smart worker makes mistakes. But they learn. And slowly, they improve. Now imagine Ian at the end of 1 week. He practiced all these small habits. Listening carefully. Repeating words softly. Writing small notes. Asking polite questions. And slowly, he noticed something wonderful. His confidence grew. His English grew. His work became easier. His colleagues smiled at him. His boss smiled at him. And Ian felt proud, quietly proud. Not loudly, but deeply proud. This is what I want you to feel too. Small habits, small steps, slowly every day. And after 1 week, after 1 month, after 3 months, you will notice a big difference. Your work skills will improve. Your English will improve. Your confidence will grow. And you will feel calm and happy. And before we end this section, I want to share a simple thought for you to practice tonight. Before sleep, think about one small habit you can do tomorrow at work. Maybe listening carefully. Maybe repeating words softly. Maybe writing a short note. Maybe asking one question politely. Only one small habit. Focus on it. Practice it. And you will see how it grows. Ian did this every night. And slowly, he became a better worker. Slowly, he became a better English speaker. Slowly, he became a happier, calmer, confident person. And today, you can do the same. So take a deep breath now, slow, easy, and imagine tomorrow morning. Your small habit. Your small step. Your small victory. And remember this. Every big success begins with one tiny, patient step. Have you ever felt a little nervous when you need to speak at work? Maybe your boss asks a question, or a client calls, or a colleague asks for help. You feel your heart beat faster. Your mouth feels dry. Your mind feels empty. This is normal. Everyone feels this sometimes. Even the strongest speakers. Even the smartest workers. And today, we will learn together how to speak confidently at work, slowly, clearly, and naturally, with simple English. Let's return to our friend Ian. Ian felt nervous many times. But he learned a secret. Confidence does not come from being perfect. Confidence comes from preparation and small steps. One morning, his manager asked him to explain a small task to a new colleague. Ian felt nervous. His hands shook a little. His mind tried to rush. But he remembered the small habits he had practiced. He took a slow breath. He listened carefully to the colleague's first question. Then he repeated the question softly in his mind. He thought for a second. And then he spoke slowly, clearly, and politely. Hello. I will show you how to do this task. First, open the file. Then, check the numbers. After that, Save it here. If you have any question, ask me. The colleague nodded and smiled. The task was done successfully. And Ian felt calm. He felt proud. Not loud pride. Quiet, gentle pride. This is the first lesson. Speak slowly, clearly, and step by step. Don't rush. Don't worry about making perfect sentences. Just speak clearly. Just speak step by step. This is how confidence grows naturally. Now, imagine yourself at work tomorrow. Someone asks you a question. You feel nervous. Take a slow breath. Repeat the question in your mind. Think for a second. Then speak slowly, step by step. This simple action will help you feel calm and confident. Ian also learned another trick. Practice simple phrases every day. For example, he practiced. Can you help me? Please explain it again. I will try my best. Thank you for your help. He repeated these phrases softly in his mind and sometimes out loud at home. Slowly, he started using them naturally at work. And each time he used them, his confidence grew a little. Let's try an exercise together. Imagine you need to ask a colleague for help. You can say softly in your mind first. Hello. Can you help me with this task, please? Now imagine you say it slowly and clearly to your colleague. The colleague smiles. They understand you. The task becomes easier. And you feel calm. You feel confident. This is the power of simple phrases plus slow speaking. Small, simple words. Calm voice. Clear steps. Ian also noticed another important thing. Sometimes people at work talk very fast. Their English is not always easy. And sometimes it is confusing. At first, he felt lost. But he remembered active listening. He listened carefully to the first few words. He focused on the main idea. Then he asked politely, "Can you say that slowly, please?" Most people smiled and slowed down. Ian understood. He repeated the words softly in his mind. Then he spoke clearly. The work moved smoothly. His confidence grew. Now imagine yourself in this situation. Someone speaks too fast. Don't panic. Don't feel embarrassed. Say softly, "Can you say that slowly, please?" You are practicing your English and improving your work skills at the same time. And people respect calm, polite workers. Let's add another part of the story. Ian wanted to speak even more naturally in English. So he practiced short conversations quietly every day. Sometimes at home. Sometimes while walking. He pretended to speak to a colleague. Pretended to talk to a client. Pretended to answer a question. Slowly, step by step, his words became smoother. His sentences became easier. His voice became confident. You can do the same. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a friend. You only need your voice and a little imagination. Pretend conversations are very powerful. They help your mind prepare. They help your mouth practice. They help your English become natural. Here is an example of a pretend conversation you can try softly in your mind. Colleague, can you send me the report today? You, yes, I will send it by 5 p.m. Thank you. Colleague, great. Please check the numbers carefully. You, sure. I will check carefully. Thank you for the instructions. Notice something? Each line is simple, polite, clear, and step by step. This is real English you can use at work tomorrow. Ian also learned listening plus speaking together. When you listen carefully, repeat softly in your mind, and speak slowly, your English becomes natural. People understand you. People trust you. Your work becomes easier. Your confidence grows. Another small secret: smile softly while speaking. It changes your voice. It changes your mind. People feel calm and positive. Ian noticed his colleagues smiled more when he spoke clearly and softly. And this made his work environment better. Now, let's imagine the end of one week. Ian practiced simple phrases, slow speaking, polite questions, pretend conversations, and soft smiles. At the end of the week, he noticed something beautiful. He could speak English at work with calm confidence. Not perfect, not fast, but clear, natural, and polite. And this made a big difference in his work life. Remember this carefully. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is calm. Confidence is clear. Confidence is kind. And now, before we end section 3, let's try a small exercise together. Take a slow breath. Imagine a colleague asks you, "Can you help me with this task?" Repeat in your mind, "Yes, I will help you." Let's do it together. Say it slowly. Say it softly. Say it clearly. Feel the calm. Feel the confidence. This small action, repeated every day, will make your English speaking natural at work. And just like Ian, you will notice after 1 week, small steps make a big difference. Listening carefully, speaking slowly, using simple phrases, smiling softly, all these small habits grow into real English confidence. Have you ever felt confused at work? Maybe someone gives you a new task. Maybe instructions are not clear. Maybe a problem comes suddenly. And your first thought is, "I don't know what to do." This is normal. Everyone feels this sometimes. Even the most experienced workers. Today, we will learn how to handle problems calmly and improve your English at the same time. Let's return to our friend Ian. One morning, his manager called him and said, "Ian, we have a problem with the report. Can you fix it?" At first, Ian felt nervous. He thought, "Oh no, I don't know what to do." But then he remembered his small habits. Listen carefully, breathe slowly, repeat instructions softly, and speak step by step. He asked politely, "Can you explain the problem slowly, please?" The manager smiled and repeated the instructions clearly. Ian listened carefully. He repeated the instructions in his mind. Check the numbers. Find mistakes. Correct them. Send the report. Then he spoke softly to the manager. "I understand. I will do it carefully." And he started. Slowly. Step by step. First, he checked the numbers. Then he compared them with previous reports. He found small mistakes. He corrected them. And finally, he sent the report. The manager smiled. "Good work, Ian." "Thank you." Ian felt calm, happy, and proud. Not because it was perfect, but because he handled the problem calmly. And this is the secret. Problems are opportunities to improve your skills. Now, let's think about this. Problems at work are not enemies. They're teachers. They help you learn new English words. They help you speak politely. They help you listen carefully. And slowly, they make your work life easier. Let's practice this in your mind. Imagine someone asks you, "There is a problem with the project. Can you fix it?" Repeat softly in your mind, "Yes, I understand." "Can you explain the problem slowly, please?" Listen carefully. Repeat the instructions in your mind. Then say slowly, "I will do it carefully. Thank you." This simple practice builds your English and your confidence at the same time. Ian also learned another small habit. When he did not understand a part of the task, he asked simple, clear questions. Not complicated questions. Not long sentences. Just small words. For example, "I don't understand this step. Can you explain again? Which file should I check first? Can you show me one example, please?" Every time he asked politely, people helped him. Every time he listened carefully, he learned faster. And slowly, he solved problems more easily. Another important habit, write down instructions. When someone gives you a task, write it down simply. Step by step. Use your own words. This helps your mind remember. This helps your English. This helps you speak clearly later. Ian did this every day. He wrote short notes. Simple English. Step by step. And slowly, he noticed something wonderful. He could follow instructions better. He could speak English naturally about tasks. He could solve problems calmly. Now imagine yourself tomorrow. Someone gives you a task. You feel nervous. Take a slow breath. Listen carefully. Repeat softly in your mind. Ask polite questions if needed. Write down instructions simply. Then speak slowly and clearly. Step by step. Do you feel a little calm now? That is the power of small habits plus listening plus step-by-step action. Ian also faced bigger challenges. Sometimes two tasks came at the same time. Sometimes a client was unhappy. Sometimes instructions were confusing. At first, he panicked. But slowly, he remembered, focus on one small step at a time. He said softly to himself, one step. One step. I can do one step first. He solved the first small task. Then the second. Then he spoke politely to the client. Then he listened carefully to instructions. Slowly, calmly, he finished everything. And here's the secret. Big problems are made of small steps. Focus on one small step. Then the next. Then the next. And problems become easy. Now let's practice a short dialogue for your mind. Client, the project is not ready. Can you fix it? You, softly, step by step, yes. I understand. Can you explain the steps slowly, please? Client, check the data. Correct mistakes. Send it again. You, I understand. I will do it carefully. Thank you. Do you notice how simple, polite, and clear English solves problems? This is real English you can use tomorrow. Ian also learned a small secret for understanding instructions better. Repeat instructions in your mind quietly, like a song. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. Slowly, softly, clearly. Your mind remembers. Your English grows. Your work becomes easier. And one final habit in this section, reflect at the end of the day. After work, Ian thought about the problems he solved. He asked himself, what did I do well today? What can I do better tomorrow? What new English words did I use today? Reflection is very powerful. It helps your mind improve. It helps your English improve. It helps your confidence grow. And it only takes a few minutes every day. So imagine tonight. Before sleep, think quietly, what problem did I solve today? What step did I do slowly and carefully? What English did I speak or understand? This small reflection will make you stronger. Slowly, step by step, day by day, Ian became calmer, stronger, and more confident. He could solve problems. He could understand instructions. He could speak English naturally. And all this happened because he practiced small habits every day, listening carefully, speaking slowly, asking polite questions, writing notes, and reflecting quietly. And now, my friend, it is your turn. Small habits. Step by step. One problem at a time. Slowly, clearly, naturally. Your work skills and English will improve together. Have you ever worked in a team and felt nervous? Maybe you wanted to say something, but you were afraid to speak English. Maybe you listened quietly, but you felt lost in the conversation. This is normal. Everyone feels this sometimes. Even people with very good English. Today, we will learn how to work well in teams and speak naturally in English, slowly, clearly, and confidently. Let's return to Ian. One day, his manager asked him to join a small project team. There were 4 colleagues, each with different skills. One was very confident in English. One was very fast at work. One was creative. And one was calm and polite. At first, Ian felt nervous. How can I speak clearly? How can I contribute? He thought. But then he remembered his habits. Listen carefully, speak slowly, use simple words, and be polite. And he smiled softly. The first meeting started. His colleagues spoke fast. English words came quickly. At first, Ian felt confused. But he did not panic. He listened carefully. He repeated some words softly in his mind. And when he understood, he spoke slowly. Hello. I think we can try this step first. Then we can check the result. Thank you. His colleagues smiled. They listened. And slowly, they started to include him more. This is the first lesson. In a team, speak clearly, politely, and step by step. You do not need to speak fast. You do not need to use difficult words. Simple English works best. Ian also learned another trick: agree before suggesting. For example, he said, I agree. That is a good idea. Maybe we can also try this step. By saying, I agree first, his colleagues felt respected. Then when he suggested something, it was easy for everyone to accept. And Ian felt confident. Now imagine yourself tomorrow in a team. Someone suggests an idea. You can say softly, yes, I agree. Maybe we can also try. Simple words. Soft voice. Clear meaning. And your teamwork improves immediately. Ian also practiced asking polite questions in a team. For example, I am not sure about this step. Can you explain again, please? Which file should we use first? Can I help with this part? Notice how polite questions make teamwork smooth. People feel calm. People feel respected. And you practice English naturally. Another important habit Ian developed: repeat instructions in your own words. When a colleague explains a task, he says softly in his mind, Step 1. Check the data. Step 2. Write notes. Step 3. Send report. Then he speaks to the team. Okay, I will check the data first. Then I will write notes. After that, I will send the report. This small habit makes your English clear and shows your team that you understand. Now let's add another part: listening and helping others. Ian noticed that helping his colleagues improves teamwork and his English at the same time. If a colleague struggles with a task, he says softly, Do you want me to help? Can I show you how I do this? By speaking slowly and kindly, Ian built trust. People listened to him. People learned from him. And he practiced English naturally. Let's imagine a short dialogue together. Colleague, I don't understand this step. You, no problem. I will show you. First, we open the file. Then, we check the numbers. After that, we save it. Colleague, oh, now I understand. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's do it together. See? Simple, clear English. Polite, step-by-step instructions. Calm voice. This is teamwork English. Ian also learned to observe others in the team. He noticed their strengths. He noticed how they speak, how they listen, how they solve problems. And he learned slowly, quietly. Observation is a very powerful skill. You do not need to speak all the time. You can learn by watching and listening. Slowly, your English becomes natural. Slowly, your confidence grows. Another small secret: smile while speaking in a team. It makes people feel comfortable. It makes your words softer. It makes your English easier to understand. Ian noticed that when he smiled while explaining, people smiled back. Work became easier. Communication became smoother. Finally, Ian developed a habit at the end of the day: reflect on teamwork. He asked himself, what did I do well today? What English words or phrases helped me? What can I do better tomorrow? Reflection is small but powerful. It improves teamwork, English, and confidence. Now imagine yourself tonight. Think quietly. What did I say well in a team today? What simple English phrase helped me? What can I try tomorrow? These small reflections make big improvements over time. Have you ever faced a difficult situation at work? Maybe a client is upset. Maybe a colleague disagrees with you. Maybe you made a mistake. These moments can feel stressful. Your heart beats faster. Your hands feel tense. Your mind races. But don't worry. These moments are opportunities to grow. Today, we will learn how to handle difficult situations calmly and use English naturally. Let's go back to Ian. One day, a client called and said, "The report is wrong. This is not what I asked for." At first, Ian felt nervous. His heart beat faster. He wanted to panic. But then he remembered his habits. Listen carefully, breathe slowly, speak politely, and take small steps. He said softly, "I am sorry. Can you explain which part is wrong, please?" The client explained slowly. Ian listened carefully. He repeated the instructions in his mind. Check the first section. Correct the numbers. Send again. Then he said, "Thank you for explaining. I will correct it and send it again." He worked calmly, step by step, and sent the corrected report. The client smiled and said, "Thank you. Now it is perfect." Ian felt calm and proud. Not because he never made mistakes, but because he handled the situation with patience and clear English. This is the first lesson. Difficult situations are opportunities to practice calm, polite English. Mistakes happen, problems happen, but your response matters more than the problem itself. Now imagine yourself tomorrow. A client or colleague is unhappy. Take a slow breath. Listen carefully. Repeat instructions softly in your mind. Speak politely and slowly. Step by step. You will feel calmer and more confident. Another important skill is giving feedback politely. Ian learned this slowly. He noticed that feedback is necessary, but the words and tone matter. For example, he said softly to a colleague, "I noticed this part can be improved. Can we try it together? This idea is good. Maybe we can add one small step." Notice the words, "I noticed, can we try maybe?" Simple, polite, clear English. It shows respect. It builds teamwork. And it improves your English naturally. Ian also learned receiving feedback politely. Sometimes his manager or colleagues corrected him. At first, he felt nervous. But then he said softly, "Thank you for telling me. I will do better next time. I understand. I will follow your instructions carefully." By listening politely, repeating instructions softly in his mind, and speaking clearly, he improved every day. Let's imagine a short dialogue together. Manager, Ian, this section needs some changes. Thank you for telling me. Can you explain which part, please? Manager, the numbers are not correct here. Please check. I understand. I will correct it carefully. Thank you. See how simple, polite English solves a difficult situation? Step by step, clearly, calmly. Another small habit, stay calm inside. Even if the situation is stressful, take a slow breath. Speak softly. Smile softly. Calm people can solve problems better. Ian noticed that the calmer he was, the faster he solved the issue, and the easier his English came naturally. Ian also practiced asking for help when needed. Sometimes difficult situations are too big to solve alone. He said softly, "Can you help me with this task? I am not sure about this step. Can you show me?" By speaking politely and clearly, people helped him. He learned faster. His English improved. And he solved problems calmly. Another small but powerful habit, repeat instructions quietly in your mind. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. Slowly, clearly. This helps your mind remember. This helps your English. This helps you respond naturally. Finally, Ian learned to reflect at the end of the day. He asked, "What difficult situation did I handle well today? What English words or phrases helped me? What can I do better tomorrow?" Reflection is small but very powerful. It improves confidence, English, and work skills at the same time. Now imagine tonight. Think quietly. What difficult situation did I handle today? How did I speak politely and clearly? What can I try tomorrow? Small steps. Slow practice. Clear thinking. Polite words. This is how Ian improved his English and his work skills. And remember this carefully. Polite, calm, and step-by-step English works in every difficult situation. Mistakes are normal. Problems are normal. But your calm response and polite words make the difference. Have you ever felt your workday is too busy? Too many tasks? Too many emails? Too many things to remember? And you feel stressed? Your heart beats faster. Your mind feels crowded. This is normal. Everyone feels this sometimes. But there is a way to feel calm, confident, and organized and practice English at the same time. Let's return to Ian. He noticed one morning that his tasks were too many. Some were urgent. Some were important. Some could wait. He felt a little lost. But then he remembered a small trick he learned: write tasks down and prioritize them. He took a notebook and wrote softly, slowly. 1. Send report to client 2. Check email messages 3. Help colleague with task 4. Prepare meeting notes. He looked at the list and asked himself, which one is most important right now? Slowly, he decided, send the report first. By focusing on one task at a time, Ian felt calm. Step by step, he completed the tasks. And slowly, his confidence grew. This is the first lesson. Prioritize tasks and work step by step. Don't try to do everything at once. One task at a time. Step by step. This helps you focus, work faster, and speak English naturally while explaining your work. Ian also learned another trick. Talk about your tasks in English softly to yourself. For example, first, send the report. Then check emails. After that, help the colleague. By speaking softly, he remembered tasks better. His English became natural. His mind felt organized. And he completed work calmly. Let's practice this together. Imagine tomorrow morning. You have 3 tasks. Prepare the presentation. Check emails. Send a file to your manager. Repeat softly in your mind. First, I will prepare the presentation. Then, I will check emails. After that, I will send the file to my manager. Say it slowly, clearly. This simple practice organizes your mind and improves English at the same time. Ian also noticed that urgent tasks are different from important tasks. Urgent tasks need attention now. Important tasks help long-term goals. He wrote them down and focused on urgent tasks first, without forgetting important tasks later. This small habit made his work smooth. Another habit: check your progress during the day. Ian stopped a few minutes after completing a task and thought softly. I finished the report. Next, I will check emails. By speaking softly to himself, he stayed calm. His English became natural. He remembered tasks better. And he avoided stress. Ian also learned how to explain tasks to colleagues in English. For example, I will send the report first. After that, I will check emails. Can you help me with the presentation later? Notice the words: simple, polite, clear, step by step. This is real English you can use tomorrow. Another trick: ask politely for deadlines. Sometimes you are not sure when a task should be done. Ian asked softly, when do you need this task completed? Can we finish this by 3 p.m.? Which task should I do first? Simple, polite English makes communication easy. People understand you. Your work is organized. Your English grows naturally. Ian also practiced reviewing the day at the end of work. He wrote softly, today I finished the report. Checked emails. Helped a colleague. Tomorrow, I will prepare the presentation first. By reflecting, he organized tasks mentally and practiced English quietly. Slowly, day by day, he became more confident and calm. Now imagine yourself tomorrow. Make a small task list. Speak it softly in your mind. Ask polite questions if you need. Focus on one task at a time. Reflect at the end of the day. This small routine builds calmness, confidence, English skills, and work efficiency. And remember this carefully. Organization plus step-by-step work plus polite English equals calm, confident, effective work. Ian noticed one last thing. When he shared his tasks politely with colleagues, teamwork improved. For example, I will check emails first. Then I will prepare the report. Can you help with the meeting notes? Colleagues understood him. They smiled. Work became smooth. English became natural. Confidence grew. Have you ever thought about how small steps today can change your future? Maybe you feel your English is not perfect yet. Maybe your work skills are not as strong as you want. Maybe some days you feel tired or nervous. That is normal. Everyone feels this. But slowly, step by step, you can grow every day and your English can grow naturally at the same time. Let's return to Ian. After practicing small habits, listening carefully, speaking slowly, writing notes, asking polite questions, and organizing his tasks, Ian noticed a big change. Not outside. Inside. He felt calmer, more confident, more prepared, more patient. And this calm confidence made his English more natural. He realized one important truth. Personal growth is like water flowing slowly in a river. You cannot force it. But if you practice small habits every day, the river becomes stronger, wider, and smoother. Let's imagine this together. Tomorrow morning, you wake up. You remember all the small habits you practiced, listening carefully, speaking slowly, asking polite questions, writing notes, organizing tasks. You take a slow breath and say softly, "Today, I will do one small thing better than yesterday." This small thought is very powerful. Small steps, repeated every day, make a big difference. Ian also learned that learning English naturally happens when you use it every day. Not only in meetings, not only in emails, but in small moments. At lunch, while helping a colleague, while asking a question, while checking your tasks. Every small conversation is a chance to practice English. Every small step is a chance to improve. Let's practice a small scene together. Imagine a colleague asks, "Can you help me with this task?" You say slowly and clearly, "Yes, I can help. Let's do it together." Later, someone asks, "When will you finish this report?" You respond slowly, "I will finish it by 3 p.m. Thank you." See how simple English is enough. Step by step. Polite. Clear. Natural. And you are improving every day. Another small but important habit Ian developed was reflecting quietly at the end of the week. He asked, "What did I do well this week? What English phrases helped me? What can I do better next week?" Reflection is very powerful. It shows your growth. It makes your mind stronger. And it trains your English naturally. Ian also noticed that personal growth is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. Small steps, repeated every day, lead to big changes. Some days are easy. Some days are hard. But consistency is the secret. Let's try a small exercise together. Imagine tonight before sleep. What small thing did I do well today? What small English phrase did I use? What small step can I do better tomorrow? These questions are simple, but they help your mind grow. Slowly. Step by step. Day by day. Ian also learned another secret. Share your learning with others. Sometimes he explained simple English phrases to new colleagues. Sometimes he helped a colleague with a small task. By teaching and helping others, he practiced English naturally. He reinforced his learning. He grew his confidence. And slowly, over months, Ian became calmer, stronger, more confident. His English became natural. His work skills improved. And he realized a beautiful truth. Growth is quiet. Growth is slow. Growth is step by step. But it is real. And it lasts forever. Now imagine yourself in 6 months. You practice small habits every day. You spoke English politely, slowly, clearly. You listened carefully. You solved problems calmly. You organized your tasks. You reflected every day. Slowly, naturally, your English is stronger. Your work is smoother. You feel calm and confident. This is not a dream. This is real. Every small step you take today matters. Every small habit you practice today changes your tomorrow. And now, my friend, let's make a promise together. Today, I will take one small step. Today, I will speak English slowly and clearly. Today, I will listen carefully. Today, I will do one task better than yesterday. By repeating this every day, you will grow. Slowly. Step by step. Calmly. Naturally. And remember this carefully. Personal growth plus daily English practice plus small consistent habits equals real, lasting improvement. Ian smiled quietly at the end of the day. Not because he was perfect. Not because he knew everything. But because he had grown. Because he had taken small steps. Because he had practiced English naturally. And you can do the same. Have you ever wanted to guide your team or help a colleague but felt nervous? Maybe you think your English is not strong enough. Maybe you're afraid to speak first. This is normal. Everyone feels this sometimes. But confidence in leadership does not come from perfect English. It comes from calmness, clarity, and small consistent steps. Let's return to Ian. One day, his manager asked him to lead a small team for a new project. At first, he felt nervous. His heart beat faster. His hands were a little shaky. But then he remembered all the small habits he had practiced, listening carefully, speaking slowly, asking polite questions, and reflecting daily. He smiled softly. Ian started the meeting slowly. He greeted his team clearly. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Today, we will do this project together. I will explain the steps slowly, and we can work as a team. Notice the words, simple, polite, clear. Step by step. The team listened. They felt calm. And Ian felt confident. The first lesson, lead calmly, speak clearly, and use simple English. You do not need long or difficult words. You only need to be clear, polite, and step by step. Ian also practiced giving instructions clearly. For example, first, we check the data. Then, we write the report. After that, we review together. If anyone has questions, please ask. Simple, polite, step by step. And slowly, the team followed easily. Another important habit, ask for ideas from others. Ian said softly, do you have any suggestions for this step? What do you think is the best way to do this? By asking politely, Ian included his team. People felt respected. People felt motivated. And he practiced English naturally. Let's imagine a short dialogue together. Colleague, I am not sure about this part. You, no problem. Let's try it together. First, check the numbers. Then, write the report. After that, we review. Colleague, oh, now I understand. Thank you. You're welcome. We can finish this together. See how simple English, polite words, and calm voice help you guide others. Ian also learned to praise others politely. For example, good work on the report. I appreciate your effort. Thank you for your help. You did it very well. Praise is very powerful. It motivates others. It builds teamwork. And your English becomes natural and positive. Another small secret, take initiative quietly. Ian noticed problems before they became big. He spoke softly and politely. I noticed a small mistake in the file. Can we check it together? By taking initiative calmly, he helped the team succeed. And slowly, he became a trusted team member. Ian also practiced reflecting after leading. He asked himself, "What did I do well today as a leader? What English words helped me explain clearly? What can I do better tomorrow?" Reflection is very powerful. It improves confidence, leadership, and English naturally. Now imagine tomorrow. You have a small chance to guide someone. Take a slow breath. Speak clearly, step by step. Ask polite questions. Praise others. Take initiative. Reflect at the end of the day. By practicing this every day, you will grow quietly into a calm, confident leader. Your English will become natural. Your colleagues will trust you. Your work will improve. Finally, remember this carefully. Leadership is not about loud words or perfect English. Leadership is about calmness, clarity, kindness, and small consistent steps every day. Ian smiled softly at the end of the day. Not because he was perfect. Not because he knew everything. But because he helped others. He spoke clearly. He practiced English naturally. And he grew quietly, step by step. Have you ever thought, "I want to speak English naturally, but I am not sure how to keep improving every day"? Maybe some days you feel tired. Maybe some days you feel busy. Maybe some days you forget your small habits. This is normal. Everyone feels this. But there is a way to build long-term habits that make English practice easy, calm, and natural. Let's return to Ian. After months of practicing small steps, listening carefully, speaking slowly, asking polite questions, organizing tasks, reflecting daily, he noticed something wonderful. He had built habits that stick. Even on busy days, he found time to practice English. Even when he made mistakes, he did not panic. Even when tasks were difficult, he stayed calm and spoke clearly. The first lesson: small habits every day are more powerful than big efforts once in a while. 1 minute of practice every day is better than 1 hour once a month. Step by step, day by day, your skills grow naturally. Ian also created a simple routine for every day. Morning, read or listen to one English sentence. Midday, speak one small phrase clearly to a colleague. Evening, reflect on one English word or phrase I used today. This routine was short, simple, and easy to follow. Slowly, it became automatic. English practice was no longer hard. It became part of his life. Let's imagine tomorrow. You wake up and say softly, "Today, I will practice one small English phrase. Today, I will speak clearly once. Today, I will reflect for 1 minute." Small steps. Simple habits. Calm mind. Clear speech. Step by step, your English improves naturally. Another important habit Ian practiced: staying motivated by noticing small wins. He asked himself every day, "What did I do well today in English? What phrase did I use clearly? What small task did I complete calmly?" By noticing small wins, he felt proud. He felt motivated. And he practiced English more naturally. Ian also learned the power of combining listening and speaking. He listened to English sentences softly. He repeated them slowly. He imagined conversations at work. He practiced simple dialogues quietly. This strengthened his memory and confidence. Let's try a short mental exercise together. Imagine a colleague asks, "Can you help me with this task?" You say softly, clearly, step by step, "Yes, I can help. Let's do it together." "Thank you." Later, someone says, "When will you finish the report?" You respond slowly, "I will finish it by 3 p.m. Thank you for waiting." Simple, clear, polite, step by step. Every day, practicing like this makes English natural. Ian also noticed that staying consistent is more important than being perfect. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. Some days he forgot to practice. But he never gave up. Slowly, the small habits added up. Slowly, English became natural. Slowly, confidence grew. Another small secret: combine English practice with work tasks. When checking emails, read carefully. When helping colleagues, speak slowly. When attending meetings, repeat instructions softly in your mind. English becomes part of your daily life. Finally, Ian practiced long-term reflection every week. He asked, "What small step helped me this week? What English phrase did I use well? What can I do better next week?" Reflection made him aware of growth. Reflection built confidence. Reflection improved English naturally. Now imagine yourself in 6 months. You practiced small habits every day. You spoke English politely, slowly, clearly. You listened carefully. You solved problems calmly. You organized your tasks. You reflected every day. Slowly, naturally, your English is stronger. Your work is smoother. You feel calm and confident. And remember this carefully: long-term habits plus small daily practice plus reflection equals real, lasting improvement in English and work skills. Ian smiled softly at the end of the week. Not because he was perfect. Not because he knew everything. But because he practiced every day. Because he noticed small wins. Because he grew quietly, step by step. And you can do the same. Have you ever felt tired of learning English? Maybe you practiced for a few days and then forgot. Maybe some tasks feel too hard. Maybe mistakes make you feel nervous. This is normal. Everyone feels this sometimes. Even Ian felt this. One week, Ian noticed he was making the same mistake in English. He felt a little frustrated. He thought, "Am I improving? Maybe I am not good at English." But then he remembered something important. Motivation is not about being perfect. Motivation is about small steps and progress. He smiled softly and said, "It's okay. I will try again tomorrow." Small steps are enough. And this is the first lesson: don't give up. Small steps every day build big results. Ian also learned another secret: make learning enjoyable. Instead of feeling stressed, he found small ways to enjoy English. He listened to short English stories softly. He practiced short dialogues quietly. He repeated phrases like a fun game. Slowly, English became enjoyable, not stressful. Let's practice a short scene together. Imagine a colleague asks, "Can you help me with this task?" You respond slowly and clearly. "Yes, I can help. Let's do it together." Later, someone asks, "When will you finish the report?" You respond politely, "I will finish it by 3 p.m. Thank you for waiting." See? Simple English, step by step. And by practicing small moments like this every day, English becomes enjoyable and natural. Ian also noticed that celebrating small wins keeps motivation high. Every day, he asked, "What did I do well today? What phrase did I speak clearly? What task did I finish calmly?" Even tiny improvements were important. They reminded him, "I am growing. I am improving. I am learning." Another important habit: set small goals every day. For example, today I will speak 3 English sentences clearly at work. Today I will ask one polite question. Today, I will listen carefully and repeat softly in my mind. Small goals are powerful. They are easy to achieve. They build confidence. And they make English fun. Ian also learned how to stay calm when challenges appear. Sometimes tasks were hard. Sometimes colleagues spoke fast. Sometimes mistakes happened. At first, he panicked. But slowly, he said to himself, "One step. One task. I can do it slowly and clearly. Step by step. Calmly. Softly. Slowly." This approach solved problems, improved English, built confidence. Now imagine tomorrow. A task is hard. You feel nervous. Take a slow breath. Speak softly. Break the task into small steps. Celebrate small wins. Enjoy the process. This is how motivation grows naturally. Finally, Ian learned that consistency is key. Some days were difficult. Some days were easy. But he practiced a little every day. Slowly. Step by step. Month by month, English became natural. Confidence grew. Work became smoother. And he realized motivation plus consistency plus small steps equals real growth. We have come to the final part of our journey today. You have listened, practiced, and followed Ian's story step by step. You have learned how to solve problems, work in teams, organize tasks, handle challenges, lead calmly, and practice English every day. Now it is time to reflect and take everything together. Ian sat quietly at the end of the day. He smiled softly. Not because he was perfect. Not because he knew everything. But because he had grown. Slowly. Step by step. Day by day. Every small habit he practiced made a big difference. And you can do the same. The first lesson from Ian's story. Small steps every day lead to real improvement. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on listening carefully, speaking slowly, asking polite questions, writing notes, organizing tasks, reflecting quietly. Step by step, day by day, English will become natural. The second lesson, problems and challenges are opportunities. Every difficult situation is a chance to practice calm, polite English. Every mistake is a chance to learn. Every task is a chance to grow. When you face a challenge, take a slow breath. Listen. Speak slowly. Act step by step. You will notice small victories that grow into confidence. The third lesson, collaboration and leadership, are about clarity and kindness. When working with colleagues, speak politely, step by step. Ask questions softly. Praise efforts. Take initiative quietly. Help others. Slowly, your teamwork, leadership skills, and English all improve together. The fourth lesson, reflection and small daily routines are powerful. Take a few minutes every day to reflect. What did I do well today? What English words or phrases helped me? What can I do better tomorrow? Even 5 minutes of reflection every day will strengthen your mind, your English, and your confidence. Now let's practice a daily English routine together. Imagine tomorrow morning. Step 1. Listen to one short English sentence softly. Step 2. Speak, repeat one simple phrase clearly and slowly. Step 3. Act, use one English phrase at work or with a colleague. Step 4. Reflect, ask yourself one small question. What did I do well today? Step by step. Day by day. Slowly. Softly. Clearly. This is all you need for long-term improvement. Ian also realized that motivation comes from small wins. Every time he completed one task calmly, spoke one sentence clearly, helped one colleague politely, or solved one problem step by step, he felt proud. And this pride kept him motivated. You can do the same. Start today. Notice one small win. Celebrate quietly. Practice English naturally. Take one small step every day. Slowly, it will grow into a habit. Slowly, your confidence will grow. Slowly, English will become natural. Finally, remember this. English learning is not a race. Work improvement is not a race. Life is about small steps, consistent effort, and calm confidence. Every small habit you practice today shapes your tomorrow. Every polite sentence you speak builds your confidence. Every problem you handle calmly strengthens your skills. Ian smiled softly at the end of the week. He felt calm, confident, and ready for tomorrow. Every polite sentence you speak builds your confidence. Every problem you handle calmly strengthens your skills. Ian smiled softly at the end of the week. He felt calm, confident, and ready for tomorrow. Not perfect, not complete, but growing, learning, and improving step by step. And now, my friend, it is your turn. Start today. Take one small step. Speak slowly. Listen carefully. Ask politely. Reflect quietly. Organize your tasks. Help others. Solve problems calmly. Lead quietly. Practice English every day. Step by step. Day by day. Slowly. Softly. Clearly. And you will grow just like Ian. Thank you for listening to Today English podcast. Remember, small steps every day lead to big results. Keep practicing. Keep reflecting. Keep growing. And your English will become natural, calm, and confident, just like the story you followed today. Thank you so much for joining today's lesson here at Today English Podcast. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below telling me what you want to learn next. Your support helps the channel grow and helps me create more lessons for you. Take care, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next class.